All right, people. I'm going to work through some of the problems on the AP Calculus summer packet, so you guys can take these problems and work on them and study them. Um, these are concepts that you really have to have a good handle on before you go into calculus. So I'm going to begin on page 1. So let me get started. Let me do a share screen. There we go. And I'm going to bring in my Elmo screen. So let's get started. I'm going to begin with problem 2, which gives us 2 points, 5, -2, and my pen is not working. Let me get a pen, excuse me. All right. 5, -2, and -5, 4. And the problem says they want you to write the equation of the line described in both slope-intercept form and point-slope form. So remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, and point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So this slope-intercept form, and this is point-slope form. So the first thing we're going to do is we've got to find m, which is the slopes. Remember, m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we have to find the slope first. So let me move this up. Let's go ahead and get started. And x1, y1, label our points, x2, y2. This is a review. You should be able to move through this very quickly. 4 minus a -2 over -5 minus 5. On top, these two negatives become a positive. So 4 plus 2 is 6. -5 minus 5 is -10. So 6 over -10 simplifies to be -3/5. That is my slope in both of these cases. So in the y equals mx plus b case, I'm going to plug in -3/5 for m. And I'm going to use the first point, one of these points, to plug in. So I'm going to use 5, -2. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I know m is -3/5, and I'm going to use 5, -2. So over here on this side, I'm going to plug in x and y. So -5 for y, -3 over 5 is m, x is 5, plus b. If I do the algebra, these two 5s divide each other away, or you can say -3 times 5 is -15. -15 divided by 5 is -3, plus b. Add 3 on both sides of the problem, and b is going to equal 1. So your equation, excuse me, is going to be y equals -3/5 x plus 1. This is slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Now let's do y1 equals m times x1 minus x minus x1. This is m right here. And this is my x1 and my y1. So let's plug in y minus -2. -3/5 for m, x minus 5. These two negatives become a positive. So your point slope form is y plus 2 equals -3/5 times x minus 5. That's our point slope form. So those are our two forms. We have a slope-intercept form and a point slope form. And that's a practice problem that you can look at, okay? If we look at, let's take another problem to look at. Let's say we decide to work problem number 8. Let's take problem number 8, okay? Let's say we're gonna work number 8. So if we're gonna work number 8, we already know that y is equal to 4/5 x minus 9. The problem says they want the equation of a line in slope-intercept form and point slope form that's going to be perpendicular to the line, perpendicular to this line, but it passes through this point. So it's got to be perpendicular. So perpendicular means that the slopes have to be opposite reciprocals. So the slope right now is 4/5. To get the perpendicular slope, that's what this upside down t means, you have to flip over the fraction, and if it's positive, it becomes negative. So our perpendicular slope is going to be -5/4. Now, what proves that these two are perpendicular slopes is if you multiply the first slope times the second slope, you get -1. So that's our way of proving it. 4 times -5 is -20. 5 times 4 is 20. -20 divided by 20 gives you -1. So it does work. So we know that this is our new slope right here. So in our new equation, we're going to have y equals -5/4 x plus b. This is y equals mx plus b. Over here on this side, we're going to do y1 equals to m times x minus x1. We'll work point slope over here. But for right now, let's deal with slope-intercept form. So that means they gave me a point. The point is 8 and -13. So I'm going to plug in those. I'm going to plug in -13 here for y and 8 for x. And I'm trying to find what b is. So it's just an algebra problem now. So -13 comes down. Let's multiply. What's -5 times 8? That's -40. -40 divided by 4 is -10 plus b. I said -10 here. I need to isolate the b. So I'm going to do the opposite and add the 10. So that gives me -3 for b. So my slope-intercept form is going to be -5/4 x minus 3. That is my slope-intercept form right there. But now I need to get point slope form. So to get point slope form, I'm going to take the point that's given to me. This is going to be my x1, y1. My m is -5/4. So let's plug those in. -13 goes here. Y minus -13. -5/4 x minus 8. These two negatives turn to a positive. Bring -5/4 down, x minus 8. You're done. This is your point slope form. So that's two problems that you guys can look at and practice for page 1. And I'm going to stop the video here.